What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports. And Game 1, Sixers fall to the New York Knicks, 111-104. And my major takeaway from this game, it's not Tobias Harris. Partially, it's the rebounding because, my God, you got destroyed on the offensive boards. 23-9, that is completely unacceptable. Your bench was outscored mightily. You only scored 7 points from your bench. That's terrible. And I would say some of those are partial takeaways that you can pull from this game. But my major takeaway is goddamn Joel Embiid. And no, this is not me hating Joel Embiid. This is not even the point here. It's just the fact that I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed because when I see that happen, he makes this amazing play on the offensive board, fantastic dunk, then he lands on his leg. Then he goes down in pain. Then you see his face. He literally is giving the 1,000-yard stare while he's on the floor because he's probably thinking to himself, oh shit. Oh shit. Not again. Not again. This can't be happening again. This can't be happening again. Why? Why? Why can't I have a playoff? Why can't I have a playoff where I'm just able to stay on the floor? Where I'm able to stay healthy for my boys? Where I'm able to give it my all? I don't have to worry about, some body parts, some limb on my body just giving out on me. That's probably what's going through his entire thought process when that happened. Now, it was a miracle that he came back out on the floor in the second half. But once Joel Embiid went down, your second quarter was terrible. You just were not able to recover from that. Third quarter, you made a nice fight back. Tyrese Maxey, Kyle Lowry, they were doing their thing. But when you get to those late stages of the fourth quarter, Hart makes those, hard to make shots. Some of those he has Kyle Lowry right in his face, and some of those are just wide open. McBride was a killer to you, and, especially in those last few seconds, you're just not even making any fouls there. Not even giving New York a chance to, or not even giving them a, just the leeway right there in those dying seconds. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have won the game in that aspect, but I would have appreciated to see some fight back there in those final, 30, 50 seconds there. Just try to force some fouls. They just weren't doing anything in those remaining few seconds. I would have liked to see a little bit more. It's just the fact that, I had some confidence going into this series, and I'm not saying it's over by a long shot. There's a lot of Sixers fans out there that's saying it's all over, which I can fully understand if you're looking from this at an aspect of Joel Embiid's health, which I can get by. Also, you get the Knicks fans, burning Joel Embiid's jerseys, the video of Knicks fans, cheering when he went down with the injury. That's disgraceful, but that's just, the classification of New York sports fans. That's just what they are. They're scum. That's what they are, and people in Philadelphia got a bad rep. But it's everywhere across the country. It's not just Philadelphia. Just needed to point that out there. But I want to try to find some optimism. It's hard to find optimism after this game. I pray not. It's very hard to find any sort of optimism to pull after this game. Kyle Lowry had a nice game. Tyrese had a nice game. It's just everything is going to be overshadowed because you did get outworked on the offensive boards. That is a disgrace. It shouldn't be that drastic of a change. There's people on this side for New York that have 7 rebounds, 13 rebounds, getting 12 rebounds off the bench. It just can't be like that. It can't be that drastic of a difference. It really just shouldn't be. And maybe the Knicks also had some guys that were on their team that had a Batum style of night where they were the savior, they were the hero that turned things around for the game for the New York Knicks side. Because Jalen Brunson, honestly, didn't really shoot that well. Yeah, he had 22 points on the night, but he shot 8 of 26. So the Sixers, for what it's worth, Jalen Brunson's going to get his. They still held him pretty well. It's what's around him that changed a little bit there because Hart went off. He hit 4 threes in this game, especially that dagger late with Kyle Lowry right in his face. And there was a stat after this game that throughout the entire regular season, Hart did not have more than 3 threes in a game. So that is an outlier right there. McBride was definitely a killer off the bench for the Knicks as well. 5 threes made there. He had 3 rebounds, 21 points. He was plus 37 off the bench. Yeah, the Knicks benched kill you. Bogdanovich, Robinson, McBride off the bench. Your bench was just absolutely terrible. You had 7 points off the bench. Paul Reed put up 4, and Batum put up 3 with 1 3. You know, Payne couldn't do anything in his few minutes. Buddy Hield can't hit anything. He was not able to produce whatsoever. Tobias Harris is useless. After, he hits an early 3 in the game, it's just, stupid fouls after stupid mistakes that just puts some momentum right back in New York's favor. It's sloppiness. It's just stuff that you don't expect from Tobias Harris. But I guess at this stage of Tobias Harris's experience with the Sixers, this is just what it is. This is just what it is. Like, you can't even expect anything good out of him at this point. Like, you think with the caliber of player that he is, and he's not this, fantastic player. I'm not trying to put him on that pedestal, but he's a solid player in this league, and he's playing like trash. And he is playing like absolute garbage. It's unacceptable. It's just where the fact that at this point, with the way that he's playing, he is unplayable. You shouldn't be starting this guy. At the rate that he is, he should be coming off the bench. Like, that's how poorly he's playing. Like, you're getting some guys that are, guarding Jalen Brunson. Kelly Oubre has the lame. Kyle Lowry had some good possessions on Jalen Brunson. Tobias Harris gives you nothing. Look at some of the guys in the starting lineup for the Sixers. Embiid had 29. He had a really good first quarter. The Sixers had a really good first quarter, which thought, they were going to have a shot in this game. But, once Joel Embiid goes down, everything basically fell through from there. Like I said, they did have a nice fight back in that third quarter to take a lead in a certain spurt right there. But then basically it just fell apart once again in that fourth quarter. It was basically a tale of different quarters in this game. First quarter was Sixers. Second quarter was all Knicks after Joel Embiid went down. Third quarter was Sixers, and then fourth quarter was Knicks. So first quarter, Sixers outscored New York 34-25. Then the Knicks outscored the Sixers 33-12 in the second. Going to the third quarter, Sixers outscored the Knicks 36-21, and then in the fourth, 32-22 in favor of New York. That's just, the tale of different quarters right there, and just the pattern that this game was going on. Tyrese Maxey, he played the most minutes in this game. He was attacking the rim really well in this game. He had 33 points, 14 of 26. Kyle Lowry, I thought he had some very impressive shots in this game. He didn't put up that many shots, but when he was putting up shots, they were efficient. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, put up 18 points. He was really good from you on that aspect. Really good from you there. It's just you're not getting any contributions from your bench. That is a major issue, and you were getting just drastically outworked the second chance points. Those offensive boards that the Knicks just kept grabbing and kept grabbing. You were getting out hustled, and that's what the Knicks do. They're a team that's going to give 150%. They're going to work you. They're going to grind you. They're a nitty-gritty type of team, and that's exactly what they did. But still, for you to get out offensive boarded like that, just that drastic, like I said, the exact stat, 23-9 on the offensive boards. That is not good. The Knicks in total as a team had 55 rebounds. 55 rebounds. They had some guys in double digits. Multiple guys in double digits. That just can't happen. It just can't happen. But still, if I'm just going to go away from trying to pull anything from this game, it's just the fact that you're not going to have a shot in this series unless Joel Embiid can prove that he can play through this knee situation. Because his jump shot, he's not jumping off the ground as much. The jump shot really isn't as effective. Seriously, when he fell to the ground, like I said earlier, it was the 1,000-yard stare. And he thought there was something wrong. Like, oh shit, not again. Like, it was that scary. It was just that heartbreaking. It really just is, because Sixers fan, we have never been the basketball gods, just for some reason, just can't give Joel Embiid a healthy postseason. Just a postseason when he can enter it, he's 100%, he's 95%, 100%, and then he could just go on a ride. Nope, he's always entering the postseason at 80%, 85, 70, 75%. Oh, maybe when he gets into a postseason, he's healthy. Something bad has to happen where you're bringing the Phantom of the Opera mask back out there where he gets elbowed in the face by Markelle Fultz or Pascal Siakam elbows him in the face. It's just ridiculous. Or there's something wrong with his thumb or anything like that. Then there's always a leg problem. It's just constant things with Joel Embiid, and it's not Joel Embiid's fault. It is 100% not Joel Embiid's fault. I'm trying to make that clear right here. It's just the fact that this dude can't get a break. Just can't get a break at all. And it's just sucks to see because the talent that's there, and elite talent and the superstar talent in the NBA wins you championships. And the fact that, yes, there are some superstars in this league that haven't won anything and some that are very unfortunate to go through their careers where they're just injury riddled, and maybe they could have done something if they just weren't injured. That's just the path that Joel Embiid is on right now, that he's just this amazing talent, one of the best players in the NBA today, and he just cannot catch a break because he can't stay healthy. Like, again, not his fault. It was funny too. I was basically watching this game through the ESPN app on my phone. So basically, me and my father were in Allentown at the Lehigh Valley Phantoms game. So I got the game on my phone, and it sucks, man. And then when we're driving home, I'm listening to post game stuff on the radio, WIP. And the funny thing is, some of the people's reactions on the call line was just absolutely hilarious. I forget which show it was, but it was like right around 11 or something like that when that show started on WIP. And the first caller that came in was like, there are three things that I blame for tonight's loss. I blame Joel Embiid's surgeon. I'm like, what? And even the host on the show was like, huh? Joel Embiid's surgeon? That's what we're going to. That's the stretch of blame that we're putting on here. Joel Embiid's surgeon. Give me a goddamn break. And it's like, oh, the surgeon probably told Joel Embiid that he wasn't good enough to play. Joel Embiid should have told the Sixers that I should not be out there. Joel Embiid's not going to tell Nick Nurse that I don't want to play. I'm not good enough to go. Joel Embiid in a playoff situation, he's going to go. Whether he's 75%, whether he's 60%, whether he's 80%. And Nick Nurse was asked a question whether he's going to shut down Joel Embiid. That's a no. That is a no. Joel Embiid is not going to get shut down. And yeah, they're probably going to reevaluate him tomorrow, and we'll find out the status for Game 2. I'm sure the status is going to say questionable, but I wouldn't be shocked if he plays. Like, yes, this Sixers team still can win Game 2. They're still involved in this series right now. This series isn't over by a long shot, but like I said, it all just depends on how Joel Embiid looks in Game 2. If Joel Embiid once again just can't get the jump shot off, he just looks like he doesn't trust that knee, because there was one thing that the ESPN reporters brought, once they came back from halftime, that it seems like Joel Embiid just doesn't trust his knee, where he has to get that out of his mindset to where, like, yes, if he lands, he's going to feel pain. Like, that's just the situation that he's in right now. Like, he needs to figure out how to get that panic out of his head. And that's just, that's what we need to see from Joel Embiid on Monday. And it's a scary situation. It really is. I feel for the guy. I do. I want to say that the Sixers still, I still believe they have a shot, but I need to see what Joel Embiid looks like on game 2 to have a full, proper, just conclusion on this. Like, I'm not going to say the series is over yet until I see Game 2. If I see a Joel Embiid that can go out there and dominate, and the Sixers find a way to win, 100% the Sixers are still in this series, 100%. But if the Knicks win and Joel Embiid just doesn't look right, you have to have some tough discussions there. That's just the case. That's just really the fact right there. And we're just going to have to wait and see from that process. So, yeah. I did say this recap was going to be up a little bit later than normal because I, basically just got home at this point. But I appreciate you guys tuning in later whenever you decide to tune into this. I appreciate you all for that. So that's going to do it for this recap, everybody. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. And also don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Phillies recap for the White Sox series. That'll be after tomorrow's game going on right there. Phillies can look for the sweep tomorrow, and we'll definitely have more discussions on that. And then, Monday will be game 2 recap of the Sixers. So definitely stay tuned for all that stuff, guys. So thanks, guys, for tuning in whenever you decide to. I'll see you next time.